The internet went wild. Fans instantly flooded social media, calling Caitlyn real, authentic, staying true to herself. Memes flew around like confetti, everyone had an opinion, and right then, Sophie Cunningham jumped in. Her reaction? Exactly what you'd expect, she said flat out, "That was awesome. I hope Caitlyn knows how badass that was." Then she laughed and added, "I'm not even kidding, I was shocked." Classic Sophie, honest, loud, and totally unfiltered. Now, remember, Sophie wasn't even there. She admitted she'd gotten the hell out of there before the event. But when she saw the video later, she couldn't help herself. She called Caitlyn's move, that quiet, polite refusal to play the PR game, authentic and amazing. And honestly, she's right. It might have looked like a small gesture, just holding up a jersey, but in a league where players are expected to smile, pose, and stick to the script, that moment hit different. It was genuine. It was confident. It was Caitlyn Clark being Caitlyn Clark. Sophie even said it was her favorite moment of the entire week. She joked, "Sure, Caitlyn could have just put it on and smiled for the cameras, but the fact she didn't? That made it even better." Because here's the truth, both Sophie and Caitlyn share something rare in the WNBA, unapologetic authenticity. They're loud, they're real, and they don't back down. And when one outspoken player recognizes another, fans can't get enough of it. But that was only the beginning. Sophie didn't just talk about Caitlyn, she brought up her own controversies. Remember when she went off on WNBA leadership, saying they didn't understand basketball? Yeah, that one. She owned it, fully. "I said it," she told the host. "And I'm not taking it back." Then, with that signature grin, she added, "Maybe my delivery could have been better, but hey, I'm the only one who says it." Half mic drop, half apology. She even admitted she's trying to watch her language, not because she's sorry, but because, as she put it, "When I swear, people think I'm dumb. I just swear. It's how I talk." That's Sophie in a nutshell, fiery, passionate, raw, and 100% herself. When asked if she regretted calling out the league or Kathy Engelbert, she didn't even blink. "No. I meant every word. Maybe I shouldn't have sworn, but I don't regret it." Fans love that kind of candor. No corporate filter. No polished PR talk. Just truth. And she wasn't done there. When the host asked if she'd been watching the WNBA finals, Sophie shrugged, "Nope. I'm traveling, taking a break. Good luck to whoever wins, I honestly don't care." Now, before anyone jumps on her for that, she made a good point. After a long season full of injuries, chaos, and nonstop drama, she said she just needed to disconnect, something every player feels but few will ever admit. She called it a WNBA detox. Not embarrassment. Just burnout. And really, who can blame her? She said she's been spending time with family, relaxing, finally enjoying a bit of normal life. But her trademark sass is still intact. "I'm making travel plans. I'm over it. Too much drama," she laughed. Then, mid-conversation about Christmas plans and peacoats, she somehow circled right back to league politics. Only Sophie could do that and make it sound perfectly natural. But let's go back to that Caitlyn Clark moment. Because Sophie wasn't just amused by it, she found it powerful. It showed a player who knows exactly who she is, and isn't afraid to be authentic in a league that often expects gratitude and polish over honesty. Sophie said she hopes Caitlyn realizes how iconic that small act was, and she's not wrong. That short clip of Caitlyn holding up the Colts jersey became one of the most shared WNBA posts of the week, a statement made without saying a word. Sophie called it fantastic, and fans agreed, because Caitlyn could have played the PR game, smiled, posed, moved on, but she didn't. She stayed true, and that's exactly why Sophie, and so many fans, love her for it.
Colts have fever players out. Sophie was not there, but they give everyone jerseys, and Caitlyn Clark, grew up in Iowa, is a Chiefs fan, refused to wear the Colts jersey. She just held it up like this. And she hasn't gone out and said, like, "I didn't do it because I'm a Chiefs fan," but the internet was like, she's a real one.
I love it.
And it's just like, it's so good. So good.
They are unapologetically genuine. They don't fake it for the league, for social media, or for anyone else. Then, about halfway through the interview, Sophie made a shift, the laughter faded, the tone deepened. She began talking about what it really means to express yourself in the WNBA, and the consequences that come with it. Sophie said she often feels like she represents the players who can't always speak their minds publicly. "I speak for a lot of people who don't say anything," she admitted. "So I want to make sure I say it right." It was a rare moment of vulnerability, and a striking one. For someone known for her fire and blunt honesty, this was something different, self-awareness. She understands the power of her platform. She's not just speaking for herself anymore, she's speaking for others who can't afford to risk the backlash, the fines, the sponsorships, or the headlines, and that's what truly sets Sophie Cunningham apart. She's not perfect, not polished, but she's real, and she knows her voice carries weight. In a league that's constantly balancing image, politics, and passion, Sophie and Caitlyn stand as reminders that authenticity still matters. It's not about playing the part, it's about being it all. From Hoop Dynamics. Caitlyn Clark. Sophie Cunningham. 2 Athletes changing what it means to be seen and heard in the WNBA.